Meantime, it's time for our first guest this morning who claims to be a cocktail chemist. Tom Gibson is whipping up a frozen cocktail using potato vodka called Blue Ice. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I am really excited about this because potato vodka is not by any means like unheard of. But
No.
we usually hear about vodka from grain, and you were telling me about one vodka that actually is made from corn. So what do you love so much about the potato vodka?
Potato vodka gives you a soft, silky, smooth flavor.
Oh.
So vodka's supposed to be odorless, colorless, and tasteless, right?
Kinda, yeah.
So it's really the mouthfeel. Does it burn? Is it silky? Is it soft?
Yeah.
And potato vodka makes a really soft, silky liquid, and that's why we use potatoes. And what's great for us is we're from Idaho, because that's where the potatoes are grown.
That is right. I love to hear that it's locally grown, or at least here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
I will say I also notice when I do drink, I primarily drink vodka because I don't feel terrible the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But I notice that different vodkas make me feel different ways.
Definitely. It's all about the distillation, how they filter it. We are very proud at Blue Ice. You can drink, what you're supposed to, and you're going to feel great.
Responsibly.
You're going to feel great the next day. It doesn't give you a hangover, but a lot of times what that headache comes from is what you're putting into it. So if you use a really lot of sugar in the liquid with it, the mixer, then you're going to have more of a headache.
All right. So what are we making today?
We're making frozen cocktails.
Okay.
Fit frozen. So look, in the Pacific Northwest, we've got another 3-4 weeks still left of summertime, of warm weather. So what I've done is we want to make up frozen cocktails for you and your friends. And so the one trick about this, the first thing you got to remember is you don't use ice. And you might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, how do you not use ice when you make frozen cocktails?
My brain just kind of stopped.
That's the brain freeze, exactly.
Yeah.
So what we do is we freeze whatever mixer we're going to use. So that's actually
what these are. Look at this, y'all.
So we're going to make a frozen espresso martini, and so the night before you just freeze up the coffee that you're going to use.
So you just get like an ice cube tray,
That's it.
or this looks like a fancy one, and it doesn't water it down.
Doesn't water it down at all, because if you use ice, it's going to water it down.
Genius.
And so same thing with the lemonade that I'm going to make, and then this right here, that's our frosé. Everyone's loving the frosés right now. I got this Charles & Charles from the Pacific Northwest here, just picked it up at Total Wine, and it's really simple. All you have to do is I use frozen berries. Okay, I just froze them the night before. Ounce and a half of Blue Ice Vodka, about an ounce of the rosé, blend it up, and there you go.
Okay, well, let me give this a try.
It's still thick and beautiful, and it's just so good. Your friends and your people will love it.
Oh, that is really good. You can just smell the rosé a little.
Yeah, I don't use that much. You can see I only put about an ounce in.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, so it's really refreshing.
Oh,
and
this could be dangerous.
The great thing about that, right there, that's under 100 calories.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
that's
it
wonderful.
Looks decadent, and it's under 100 calories.
And it is so smooth.
Well, that's the vodka.
All right, one more sip just to make sure it's as good as I thought it was. That really is very good. Okay, what's next?
So since we're from the Pacific Northwest, specifically Idaho, the state fruit of Idaho is our huckleberry. So
yes,
what we do
is.
is we take our potato vodka and we infuse huckleberries into that. And
you have huckleberry vodka.
Huckleberry flavored vodka. So
no kidding.
Huckleberries go great with lemon. You can make a lemon drop if you want a martini. We're going to do a frozen lemonade. So I've froze the ice cubes already. Okay. So that's just lemonade. That's all it is. I'm going to put it at about an ounce and a half and maybe 2 ounces because I like my vodka. And I'm just going to blend this up. There will be a little bit of a noise, but that's
fine. While you're
bad.
blending that, I want to give this a sniff to see. Oh. You really can smell the huckleberry, but it smells just like huckleberry.
Exactly. We don't add sugar. So since we don't add the sugar, we let the vodka do the huckleberries do the make the taste. So this is a frozen lemonade. I've already put a little lemon in there. Hopefully I can get it all in there. Like that, with the huckleberry Blue Ice.
Wow.
And then I'm just
Look how
gonna put a
pretty
little
that
straw for you,
is.
and a little bit of garnish. And there you go, your frozen huckleberry lemonade.
Look at that.
You always have to have it on one of these mugs if you can.
You got to get like a Kerr jar or mason mug.
We do that. I'm going to rinse this real quick.
Oh, guys. Okay. My grandma, who doesn't drink at all, would love this. She loves lemon. She would adore this, and then she'd be asleep after half of it, but that's okay.
But how good is that, though, right? And since I used light lemonade, again, 100 calories.
Wonderful. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but the only way I can get a frozen drink this smooth is by using my Margaritaville margarita maker. Also, shout out to Jimmy Buffett right now.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy. And I have to say, this trick you do about freezing the mixers is just genius. You've kind of shook my world, man.
That's the key right there. So use a great vodka and then freeze the mixers.
Yeah.
So, okay, right now, espresso martinis are the thing, right? I mean, everyone
loves an espresso martini.
So we make our espresso martini, but we want to do it frozen. So you don't have to do it frozen at home, everybody, but it really does make a great cocktail. So I froze up some Starbucks coffee, basically. I'm going to drop it in here. Okay.
Again, local. He's going all local.
On this, I'm using the potato vodka, and there's going to be 2 of us. So
you could, I flavor my coffee sometimes, so I would even use your huckleberry vodka in that.
you could, you definitely could.
I'd be down with that.
That would be amazing, by the way. But this is, oh, and I almost forgot one thing. Little Baileys, just a little touch of Baileys in there too. Just makes it a little happier.
So coffee with cream.
Exactly. And you saw I didn't put much Baileys in there because, again, I want to keep this low, in calorie.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of a noise.
Okay.
This is my favorite by far. And look how beautiful this is going to be.
I can't believe how quickly that blends.
Oh, it blends so fast. It's so easy. And you can use any blender. I've got this bullet, but you don't have to do it. Look how smooth that is.
Oh, man.
Now,
that is beautiful.
Amity, here's the great thing.
Okay.
Whenever you get an espresso martini, they always put 3 beans on top. You know why?
I had no idea.
They always put 3 as the garnish. It's health, wealth, and happiness.
I love that.
And there's your frozen espresso martini with blue ice. And I'm going to put one in here for me, and we can.
Well, let's cheers. You know, but you don't have beans. Do you have beans?
I have beans.
You need 3 beans.
You got to have the beans.
I didn't know that. See the things you learn on this show?
Yep.
It's amazing.
And you'll always get 3 whenever you go to a restaurant. You're always going to get 3 beans.
If I don't get 3, I'm going to be like, "Where's my bean?"
You will always, because you have to have them. It makes it perfect. Now taste this and how wonderful that's going to be.
Oh my.
That is the classic.
This tastes like coffee ice cream, is what this tastes like.
But again, about 100 calories. Because the blue ice is only 64 calories an ounce, since we don't add any sugar. We use non-GMO potatoes, and we're gluten-free too, because, potatoes are gluten-free.
I don't know, if I ever came to your house, I don't know that I'd be able to drive home, because all these drinks are delicious. You make a fabulous cocktail, and I have to say, if you're a vodka drinker, most people like vodka because they can't taste it all, but if you're a vodka drinker and you can really taste the difference, it's almost like not a metallic, but there's like a tang to the after bite of drinking.
That's that burn that you're going to get in a lot, that goes up into your nose, actually, and you get that. The reason why we love blue ice so much is because since we're made from potatoes, it gives you that soft, silky taste in your mouth. It's almost like if you drink it straight, it's almost like drinking skim milk as opposed to water.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a little more rich.
And it's delicious. And it's all from the Pacific Northwest, which we really, really support. Where can you get this?
You can get it pretty much everywhere here in Washington. I picked everything up at Total Wine, but you can get it at Bevmo, you can get it at QFC, wherever you want.
I'm gonna go to Total Wine and use my rewards.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Tom. This was actually, I learned so much from you, and I'm really excited to continue drinking your vodka. This is wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.